If you're a high achiever, you know this feeling all too well. The day's over, the work is done, but your mind just refuses to get the memo. So today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest challenges for a really high-functioning brain, finding that off switch. And trust me, it's a problem that goes way deeper than just feeling tired. And the solution really starts with understanding why it's happening in the first place.
This just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? When it's finally time to rest, your brain is still running these high-speed simulations of everything you have to do tomorrow. It's like this powerful engine that isn't designed to just slam on the brakes on command.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. You can't just flip one single switch and expect a massive construction site to go silent, right? You gotta systematically power everything down, park the heavy machinery, shut off the floodlights. The exact same thing goes for your brain. It needs a deliberate shutdown procedure.
So that shutdown procedure isn't just some cool metaphor. It's actually based on real brain science. Finding the off switch really means intentionally guiding your brain from one state of activity to another. So let's take a look at what those states actually are.
Okay, so this basically shows the mental journey we need to take every single night. All day long, our brain is in a beta wave state. That's when we're alert, focused, actively decoding the world. But to get that deep, restorative sleep, we have to cross this bridge into the alpha wave state. This is that calm, relaxed mode where your brain is finally ready to let go. And mastering that transition, that's the whole game.
So how do we actually build that bridge from beta to alpha? Well, we need a blueprint, and that blueprint is a really simple but powerful tool called the 3-2-1 Power Down Rule. It gives us the practical architecture for our rest.
Now, before we break down the steps, it's so important to understand the main goal here, cognitive offloading. The 3-2-1 rule isn't just about feeling sleepy. No, it's a deliberate set of signals you send to your nervous system, basically telling it, hey, the day is truly over. It is finally safe to enter recovery mode. And here they are, the steps to that process. It's a really clear, cascading timeline. 3 hours out, stop eating heavy food. 2 hours out, you stop the complex work. And then 1 hour out, no more screens. Each step is just a layer in the shutdown sequence. Let's break down the why for each one.
All right, step 1. 3 hours before bed, you've got to park the heavy machinery. And think about it. Digestion is an incredibly active process for your body. If your internal systems are busy breaking down a heavy meal, they can't possibly focus on winding down for sleep. You're pretty much asking your body to do two completely opposite things at the same time.
Now, 2 hours out, it is time to close the private lab of your mind. This just means stopping all that heavy cognitive lifting. No more complex problem solving, no more deep strategic thinking. Pushing that kind of work too close to bedtime is a direct cause of that fragmented sleep, where you wake up feeling like your mind never truly rested at all.
And finally, the last hour. This is the big one for most of us. You have to turn off the high-voltage floodlights. Your screens, your phone, tablet, computer, they all emit this blue light that directly blocks your body from producing melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that signals to your brain, hey, it's nighttime, time to sleep. So scrolling on your phone is literally like shining a bright light in your brain's face and screaming, stay awake. And of course, this brings up the critical question. That final hour can feel like this huge void if you're used to just filling it with a screen. So what's the alternative? What can you do that actively helps the shutdown process instead of, completely sabotaging it?
Well, here are a few really powerful options. We're talking simple, low-stimulation activities. Gentle stretching tells your body to release tension. Journaling helps you offload all those lingering thoughts onto paper so they're not just rattling around in your head. And listening to calm music, that can directly help your brain waves shift from that busy beta state toward the restful alpha state we're aiming for.
So you followed the blueprint, you put in the work. What's the real payoff? Let's talk about what happens when you stop just, falling into bed and you start intentionally architecting your own recovery.
And this is so key. These actions aren't just relaxing in some vague, fluffy sense. They are biological optimizations. By consistently following this 3-2-1 rule, you are actively training your brain. You're aligning your habits with your body's natural circadian rhythm, and you're teaching your nervous system to trust your schedule and release that melatonin right on cue.
And the results? They're pretty profound. This isn't just about feeling less tired. True biological recovery leads to way more emotional stability, much sharper decision-making, and a deep reinforcement of all your internal systems. You're not just resting, you're actually rebuilding.
I really want to end this section by making this absolutely clear. Powering down is not laziness. It is a strategic necessity. You're a high performer,
By shutting down that construction site properly at night, you're just ensuring that when you show up tomorrow, everything is in perfect order, ready for you to build again at your absolute best.
So the final takeaway is this. Stop thinking of sleep as something that just happens to you. See it for what it truly is, a vital performance recovery mode that you have the power to design and control. So the question isn't just how you'll sleep tonight, but how will you architect it?